So most of y'all probably see my video. If y'all subscribe to me, I see y'all probably see my video. Jada Pinkett Smith. Um, Let me get into this very quickly. This is gonna be a quick video. I don't really want to touch too much or give her too much attention. I feel bad for Will Smith, and I don't feel bad for him. He put himself in this situation. He does not have to be married to her. The kids are grown. He can leave. Now he probably looking at it like she gonna take him to town. How? You've been with her for how many years? Y'all pretty much have separated. Hell, if anything, I don't think she can take no one to town after sleeping with August. If you do the timeline right, he should sue her for a goddamn for fucking a minor, excuse the language. But he should sue her for a mental distress for her sleeping with a underage kid. She has some issues and some problems, and she's at that age where I don't think she's ever going to fix those issues or problems. For you to maculate your husband the way she has done for years, this is not just talking about this recent interview she did on the Today Show or nothing like that. She's been doing that for years. For her to bring Will Smith on that red table talk, I remember it. I remember it like it was yesterday. Still one of the king of memes. And for him to sit there and the way he looked, to hear her say she had an entanglement, and he had to tell her it was a situationship and smile about, man, you a good one. You are a good one. I would have whipped over there. I would have flipped that table on. Fuck you. It's that fucking entanglement. Like, and he laughed about it. Like with that stupid laugh he does. Like, nah, nigga, ain't nothing laughing about that. Here's the thing. There's rumors came out that Chris Rock asked her out. Jada going out with Chris Rock is a better, to me, nothing's good of her dating somebody else. But I'd rather her date somebody around her age than someone under her age, almost 20 to 30 years. That's bad, because whether you look at it or not, this is how a man looks at it. And let me tell you how a man looks at it. A man looks at it as, you didn't satisfy her enough that she had to go to a damn kid who couldn't even get out of it. I mean, a kid who probably hasn't even passed high school yet to get satisfaction. That is beyond pathetic. That is beyond up there. And I don't care what Hollywood does, what Hollywood do, but you don't go for your son's friend and the time of buy off underage that. Like Chris Rock said, he hurt her more than he hurt her way more than he hurt me. And it's the truth. It's the facts. Ever since then, his career has went down the toilet. His reputation, his masculinity, everything has went down. He destroyed his career last year with that slap. But his career was already spiraling down because of that. He got nominated for a film of being Serena Williams' father. I didn't know shit about it, because when the film did came out, everybody was talking about Will Smith, but I didn't know he did a film, because his reputation is, like, literally the way I viewed him, the way his reputation was due to that red table talk. I didn't want to see none of his film, because I said, well, you're just acting. Yeah, you're not a real father, because if you're a real father, you wouldn't let that shit happen to you. You know, because now you're acting, because you're sitting in a relationship of abuse. Come to find out, they haven't been together. They've been separated for how many years? But then you probably say, well, why you went up there to defend her? Because he's been maculated. She has maculated him through that red table talk, through everything else. Now, in his mind, he thought, well, if I defend my wife, I'll look good for the public. Motherfucker, we ain't want you to defend her no more. She gone. We want her she's for the streets. We don't want you to defend her. We want you to do what everyone else does in Hollywood. Sleep with somebody else. She's done. We done with her. Literally, you can say defend nothing. Okay, she wants to come out there look like Dr. Evil, then let her play Dr. Evil. You do what you do best. Make movies. Do that. Have fun. Do a Leo DiCaprio. Hell, I don't. I see why Leo DiCaprio don't get married, because situations like this, he's the laughing stock of Hollywood, and the worst thing about it, he's a brother. He's the most laughing. He's the laughing stock of Hollywood. I promise to God. Now, there's also been rumors too that he was dating or had a little thing going on with Margot Robbie. I think that's also what kind of had them two separated. She was not a fan of that either. She was not a fan of that. When those rumors came out with her and Margot, him and Margot together, she was not a fan. Not at all. You look at Margot Robbie and her, who would you go for? You go for Margot. But I don't think she was not a fan of that type of situation. She was probably pissed the hell off that happened. That angered her. And then ever since then, you wonder, since 2016, when Suicide Squad, masculinity, start tearing down the masculinity, start emasculating him in front of everybody, tearing him down as a person, as a human. Like, nah. And I love how people say, it's none of our business. We're not asking for her business. She's putting it out there. Will's not putting it out there. She is. She's the one who put that shit on Red Table Talk. Hey, August was the one who put it out, but ain't no one told you to respond to it. And that came back and backfired on their asses. It made them both look like fools, because we're all looking around like, this is nothing to laugh about. One of all, you're sitting there in front of your wife, who actually slept with a minor at the time, and you're laughing about it, and you have to be cool with that. And yeah, it was almost done. It would have been done. I don't care how much money I invested into this shit. It's done. Can he drive? Oh, he's old enough now? Okay, cool. We're divorced. But here's the thing, though. After watching the video and after hearing her conversation and actually analyzing it a little bit, they're getting a divorce. You can hear it. Like she said, well, we weren't separated, but on paper it wasn't a divorce, but it was a divorce. Like you saying stuff like, I'm saying, yeah, they get a divorce. Because the way that book's coming out, worthy, like, ain't nothing worthy about no bald-headed Dr. Evil person. Ain't nothing worthy about trash, shit, garbage, all that stuff. Nothing worthy about her. The only thing worthy is the book is worthy for is toilet tissue to wipe your ass with. That's exactly what they use for when you're in the bushes or a bonfire. That's what the book is worthy for. But to hear that conversation she was having, she's getting a divorce. They're getting a divorce. So I don't know if it's going to be him. I don't know if it's going to be her. But the way it's going to look like, I think it's going to be Will, because Will even said that when he was married to his other wife, he didn't want to get divorced until she said, are you really going to force me to be in a relationship, be with you that I don't even love you? And Will said that's a failure to him. It's not a failure, man. You tried. You tried to turn a hoe to a housewife. It ain't work. You did all what you could do. You have beautiful kids. That's the greatest thing you could show for it. Do you live your life? Have fun. Because the way things keep going, I feel like he's going to kill himself. And you talk about somebody hated, Jada have to move out the country, because ain't no way in hell she could stay in that country if Will Smith killed himself due to suicide. She'll have to move. But I don't want that to happen to him. But the way it feels like, because you see him now, he's still Will Smith, but you can tell he's miserable. He's defeated. It's like the energy he did have is gone. You know, even in some of his films he does. It's still Will, but the Will who did 7 Pounds, Pursuit of Happiness, Hancock, I Am Legend, Wild Wild West, Bad Boys, all of them, 1, 2, and 3. I mean, even the last one he did, he's not the same Will Smith. He's not the same guy that he did those films, because the energy, the drainness, and all that has took it out of him. It's been bad. It's really been bad. You know, and I understand you stay by your wife and you try to work things out. If the bitch don't want her to work, then don't work it. Don't force something that it's not going to work, because at the end of the day, that right there, you can't change that hoe. If she want to go to the street, let her go to the streets. She going to realize how hard it is to find somebody now than it was when she was doing it. And ain't nobody's going to be trying to talk to her. First of all, we ain't really going to talk to her because, one, she looks like she's planning world domination. That's one. Two, everybody knows what she's done to you. Like, if I see it on, I'm like, I ain't talking to you because I know what you done to somebody else. You gonna emasculate me like you did him? Hell no. I can't take I can't take a woman who would do that. That angers me. And again, people are like, well, you know, they must have a bad relationship. Well, he's not. He's guilty of some stuff too. Yes, but nothing has came out that he's done other than he wants to be a family man, try to put the family together. Has he done some dirt? I also said that he has probably went out with Margot Robbie. But again, if they were separated at the time and pictures were flowing around with them being together, then hell yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But I'll be damned. I let a woman disrespect me like that. I'll be damned. And that goes both ways. That's not just with a woman. That's with a man. Don't let nobody disrespect you in no relationship. Don't let nobody come out in the air and put all your grievances. I'm going to look at them like, really? You can take your shit and go. But the way she has disrespected him, oh, no. Hell no. Hell no. That's a call to my sister, call to my mama, whoop her ass. Because you don't do that. You do not do that to people. They work hard for what they got. And the worst thing about it, she's trying to tear what he has, but in reality, that's for her kids. That's for Jada and Willow, because sure as hell ain't going to his other kid. Ain't nobody really talks about that motherfucker. I feel bad for the kid, but no one really talks about the other kid that he has with his first marriage. But those are going to him, and she's trying to tear that down. Why are you tearing down that? That's for your kids. Tear down your husband, you're about to be ex-husband. Why? Because when he gets teared down, your kids get teared down. That's their father. And for that, I don't respect that. If the kids weren't involved, this could be a different scenario. But when kids are involved, you don't tear down the father. Especially when he's out there building stuff to keep an empire. Now, do I think Will Smith is selfish? I think he could be. But I won't sit here and say that he's doing this on purpose. Because, again, he might have looked at the financial. He probably talked to her, say, hey, it's better for us together. But she also agreed. She also agreed to it. It's not just a one-sided thing. She could have said no and told him, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not happy. I'm not going to do this. I want a divorce. If she would have said that, he probably would have gave it to her because he's not going to force somebody to be in something he's not. Look at what he did with his ex-wife. His ex-wife had to tell her to do that. But it also, too, Jada was right around the corner anyway. So that's the difference. But again, Will Smith is way more established than he was back then. So he could have somebody else around the corner anyway, too. So it's a lot of lies have been told. A lot of manipulations have been done. A lot of masculinity has been tore down, and it's Jada's on this campaign. Let her do what she wants to do, but I got nothing for her. As always, guys, I said this was gonna be a long video, but it was. I got real heated about it. But as always, peace. Outro in it for you.